Let's go ahead and continue to practice identifying the transformations to the parent function. So remembering that f of x is equal to x squared is our parent function that we're starting with, and we will identify the transformations to that. For number 4, g of x is equal to x squared minus 7. I'll recognize that the minus 7 tacked onto the back side is the thing that is different from the parent function. And referring back to the first page, I see that that's a k value, and so that's going to move me up or down. Because it's negative, it's actually going to specifically move me down by 7. Let's take a look at number 5. So the 1/3 is the first thing that I noticed that's different, and that's in the a position. And specifically, that a value is less than 1, so that means that it's going to be a shrink. So this is a vertical shrink by 1/3. The other thing that I see that's different is that I have a negative value tacked on the end again. So that's another down transformation. A transformation or a translation down by 6. All right, number 6. We have a negative sign out in front. Remember that a negative in the front is a reflection over the x-axis. So reflect over x. The 4 is an a value that's greater than 1, so that's going to be a vertical stretch. And it's a stretch by a factor of 4. All right, finally, number 7. This one's got a lot going on, but I think we've practiced enough of these that you can do this one on your own. So pause the video here, give it a try, and then come back and check your work. Let's see how you did. So the first thing you should have identified is this negative sign out in front. Negative sign in the front is always going to be a reflection in the x-axis. We also see a number bigger than 1 in the a position, so that's a vertical stretch by 10. Inside the parentheses, where we're talking horizontal translations, we see a negative 5. Remember to think opposite, so a negative is actually going to send us to the right by 5. And then finally, a plus 7 tacked onto the end is in the k position, which is a translation up or down. In this case, the positive sends us up by 7. Our final practice problem for today is going to be one where we need to write the equation based on the description. So we're going to start with a vertical stretch by 2. I'm going to identify that as my first transformation, and I will call it h of x. So if I'm starting with f of x is equal to x squared, I want to write h of x, so this will be my first transformation. H of x, I need to vertically stretch by 2. And so remember that that's just the number out in front, so that'll be 2x squared. Let's take a look at our next thing that we're going to do, and that is a reflection in the x-axis. So reflecting in the x-axis is going to be a negative sign out in front as well, and so that's still in that a position. I'm going to call this my second transformation and call it j of x. Again, just using something besides f of x and g of x for this. So my j of x, I'm going to start with h of x, but stick a negative sign on the front of it. So negative 2x squared. The final thing that I want to do is to move this down by 3 units. So translate down 3 units. So this will be my third transformation. And since it's my final one, I get to give it the final designation of g of x. And so g of x is going to be j of x that we started with, and then move down by 3. That's a minus 3. So this is our final answer.